Hello. The old man's beard on the wall. As is typical, it's light rain, so I can't do the intro I was going to do because of water in the camera, kind of thing. I engineer life so that I can get out and do these. Sometimes, to be honest, it's a struggle getting up after the weeks that I have with the work that I do. But anyway, like many people, I've been looking at local routes, and there's one around here. Well, you wouldn't walk this if you didn't have to, let's put it that way. So I'm going to take you there, because I've often driven down it and thought to myself, ooh, this would be amazing to walk down. So let's see if it really is as good as my mind thinks it might be. Yeah, do you see all those trees? Well, I did some of that. Yeah, the skylarks. Now this is a lovely dip. I totally love it, it's great. It's one of those places. Don't know, there's something about the feel, isn't there? Now, one of the signs of the snowdrops are over, just in there, but one of the signs that the Romans have been here is that Bath asparagus grows alongside here, and I wouldn't be surprised if ground elder grew there as well, but I haven't found any yet. No doubt there will be some. That's almost guaranteed. So those of you familiar with me will know that I've adopted the name of Woodland Temple. Adopted, well, I thought of it because it fitted everything that I do and where I live and where I am best at home. One of the bizarrest things that I found out about my life and about me, found out, was that my name means exactly what I do. I mean, exactly. Every single one of my names means it. You know, people call themselves fairy this or woodland that or whatever, but my name actually is that. It means that. I don't have to invent it. Do you know, hedgerows are really interesting, aren't they? You know, you drive past them, you go, oh, that looks interesting, oh, that looks interesting, but because you're on a road and it's really hard to stop, you never get a chance to look at them. And actually, places by busy road, hedges by busy road and that, they're really good places for hares to live. You'll find it, you know, along the motorways. There is a lot of wildlife along motorways because they don't get disturbed by people, and cars, they just drive past, so they don't have to worry, do they? There you go, some more example on just looking on the other side. More woods. Okay, well, we're going down here, and just past those daffodils is probably one of the most dangerous bits of road that I know. But before there is something rather special I'd like you to take a look at. Okay, you ready? A few apple trees, and look at that. How's that for mistletoe? Look at those horses through there. And the epiphytes there. Epiphytes are basically plants that grow on hosts. So you find, you know, bracken and ferns will grow on a tree. So, mistletoe as well. So coincidental, I didn't come out to film all that. That's just happened in that little space. Now, here's something else. Over there, that is the site of a Roman villa. Well, in fact, I think it's a Roman settlement here. And where I showed you the trees I planted, I'm often digging there and wondering, is there going to be some treasure that I'm going to dig up? Now you've got to have some incentive if you're going to dig, don't you? Now look, some marsh marigolds, look at that. I think that's what they are. I'm pretty sure. I'm not the best on water plants. I think there's some watercress in there as well. But I'm also not sure, so don't use me as a guide. Little birds have already fluttered around me. I came in here because it said keep to paths, so it kind of implied that you could walk through here, but I'm not sure that you can, so I'm going to go a different way. I haven't checked this out, but apparently last week the laws on trespass changed. Now before you think, oh, you shouldn't be going and walking on land that doesn't belong to you. Well, that's gonna... I can't even imagine just how little space or areas that means that you can walk if that's the case. And there's the bridge from this side. And so here we are, we're along, this is, you know, you can see how that ridge there would have been perfect, you know, just up in the top there, would have been perfect for a Roman settlement. There is what looks like earthworked banks if you look from the road. I don't know if you could tell in that shot earlier. Yeah, what it means for certain types of the community is basically travellers, gypsies, van lifers, all Roma, all kinds of nomad people a bit screwed. I mean, if you think, oh well, it doesn't, this, you know, this trespass law, it doesn't affect me. Well, you never know when it might, you know. Like for example, wow, amazing. For example, just going for a piss. If you go off the path, you can be done. I've got to get out of the way of a horse. Well, that was a nice meeting. A young Celtic blooded lady. Reminded me of my daughter actually. Must have been about the same age by the looks of it. There you go, that's an old, real gnarled ash tree. Yeah, I don't know, you can make it out there. But you know, you can't even pop and have a look at that without it being an illegal act. That's what I mean. So I'm just going to go to this tree there and then turn back again, okay? Yeah, it does really piss me off. So yeah, van lifers are fucked. But if I can just point you in the direction of some videos that I've filmed a couple. I'm in the process of filming some. I've edited one, but it's like, you know, seems to be so many of my videos seem to be so relevant. I don't want to post every day because you get bored of me. And plus I couldn't post every day, that's a lot of work. Ooh, the waterfall. See, even popping down makes you wonder now, you know. It's like popping down to the waterfall there. So I'm guessing that them Romans got their water from here. It's a nice scene, that. Beautiful shapes and angles. I have to say that this tree smells absolutely gorgeous. It's like, whoa. You know that smell of damp old houses? You know, old ones that have got lots of wood, like church. Oh, it smells like that. Oh, it's incredible. Oh. Wow, that's intoxicating. Yeah, that's about the closest I can get to that tree. Wow, can you see it? It's right in the middle there. I tell you, I don't go out, like I said, I've said to people, probably said somewhere in some of my videos, that I don't plan anything that I do, not really. I just go out, I just feel the vibe and I go out. Look at that. all the epiphytes in there. It's incredible. It actually reminds me of one on Dartmoor. I've never seen one round here that full. Sorry about the zoom, it's hard to read the sign and it's hard to read the writing, look at the actual image and, you know, focus on the tree itself so I can, you know, so I know what I'm pointing at, if you see what I mean. I don't want to zoom in too far because the clarity might go. But that's wonderful, isn't it? So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start to head round that way. I'm going to get to the bend. This does reach a wood at some point. So, I mean, I'll just go with what I feel, alright? There's another shot of it from a slightly different angle. That's wonderful. These trees here, I'm in love with them. They're gorgeous. Wow. I've often wondered what it was like over here, but I've always been driving through, you know. So surely the trespass thing, it should be trespass with intent to steal or, you know, or cause damage or, you know, commit arson or something. Not to go there to sleep for the night because that's all you've got. You know, it's like, what? I get really angry about this. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I've been homeless, I think it's 8 times. 8 times. You know, if you're renting a house and people want to sell it, what can you do? Especially if you've been paid poorly. I didn't realise till a couple of years ago that I was actually being paid 75% of what I should be. Didn't realise, did I? But also because of what I do, I'm in the countryside. So there's a gate there, so I'm not going to go any further, but this is a lovely bit, isn't it? Sorry, that's so shaky, but I'm on full zoom. I'm on the fullest zoom I could dare to do, which of course is really annoying to try and get the shots. You know, it's like I can't bring a tripod and set it up here because by the time I've set it up, it's like I got to flow with this. You know, that's why I don't have a script too confined. As well, it's come out today because I was going a bit mental, you know, not having seen anybody. It's weird, isn't it? Because if you haven't seen anybody and not seeing anybody for a long time, you know, or very few people, most, you know, and most of them being clients, it's like you meet someone and that's it. You're talking, it's like, talking non-stop because you haven't seen anyone for ages. Gotta laugh. Yeah, so you see, it's quite magical. you know, with all the ancient stuff. That's just one bit around here. Well, you know, the dip, the Roman settlement, and was there something else, or is that because I looked at the map this morning? But there's a long barrow up there, a little bit further. I'll do that another day. That'll be a separate walk, because there's a wood to go through and a bridge. Yeah, it looks nice. Violets. March violets. For all you goths out there. Now you may hear a woodpecker while I zoom in. There you go. There's a woodpecker. And look, little entrance into the other. And a different kind of violet. And that stuff, you see it with the furry leaves? Does anyone know what that is? I see it every year around now and I never figure out what it is. And I am hoping it's pignut every time I see it. Is it? Does anyone know? Please tell me. Yeah, there's a path through the wood. Ish. And look, here we are right by it. But also look at this. Spirals and twists. And look, you can see how far down we may have come. So I'm sheltering by the gates of the Underworld because it started to rain in such a way that it was going to get everything soaked, so I thought I'll wait for it to pass. Well, proper goddess tree. One on the front, one on the back. Well, one on the side, one on the back. Look at those burrs. Prized among wood carvers and turners. It really does create something lovely. I have worked some. I mean, beautiful. I mean, look at this one. I don't know if we can get the light here. Look at that. Oh, someone will want that when this tree dies, so you stay living. Twisted death. Well, the woodpecker's gone from... Did I say cuckoo earlier? I meant woodpecker. Woodpecker's gone from behind me to over there now. He's digging up the Romans. Or she, obviously. There's an interesting little clump of trees here. Because look, behind those I'm coming to in the centre, what's that going on there? Massive root coming through. Amazing, isn't it? And here's another one, look at this. Actually growing out of the rock there. And the last one that I'm going to show you, there's one at the forefront, and can you see that behind? It's the best I can do to get them both in the shot. That's an enormous arse, isn't it? Almost looks a bit like one of the things from Where the Wild Things Are. Do you know the story? Oh, I forget his name now. Oh. I shouldn't, because he went to college with the mother of my children. Anyway, there you go. Axel. Remembered it. Thanks for watching, thanks for coming with me. See you next time. Ta-da!